Hello friends, happy Tuesday. This is Miss Duncan and we're going to be doing a page from our 3+8 book together today. This is page 250. We are still on lesson 26, Recognize and Draw Shapes. So at the top of the page it says naming and drawing shapes. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you read the directions, they say, read the problem, then you will explore sides and angles of shapes. The yellow box says, some friends hunt for shapes around school. Then they draw pictures of the objects they see. What are the names of the shapes that they draw? Let's look at the picture. You can look for shapes. I see 3 shapes, 2 signs, and 1 window. Look at the draw it. You can draw the shapes. So when we draw shapes, we can make them any way that we want, and they don't have to look perfect. Drawing doesn't have to be perfect. But we see shape A, shape B, and shape C. Let's go to the next page. This is the connect it. Use the number of sides and angles to name shapes. Look at draw it to compare the chart below. So we're going to have to flip back to the page before. But let's take a look at this chart. We see the shapes A, B, and C. We're going to have to name the shapes, tell the number of sides, and tell the number of angles from the previous page. So let's look at shape A. There we go. Shape A. Shape A looks like a triangle. Has 3 sides and 3 angles, and we know that that means it's a triangle. So let's go back to the page before, the next page, and write that down. All right, so let's get our marker, and we are going to write that first shape is a triangle. Let's zoom in here. Triangle. Number of sides. How many sides does a triangle have? Remember, tri tells us that there are 3 sides and 3 angles. All right, let's go back and look at the second one, shape B. Shape B is a rectangle. How many sides are there? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. Now let's count the angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides and 4 angles. Let's write that down. All right. It is a rectangle. Rectangle. And there were 4 sides and 4 angles. All right, now let's go back. Let's go back and look at that last shape. All right, look at that last shape. What do you notice? What's the name of that shape? Can you remember? Let's count how many sides there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think I remember this from Monday's page. We talked about shapes with 5 sides and 5 angles. Do you guys remember what that was called? Let's count how many angles shape C has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 angles and 5 sides. Let's go write that down. 5 angles and 5 sides. 5 angles and 5 sides. Does anybody remember what that shape is? The number 5 gives it away. It is a pentagon. We know that this shape is a pentagon because penta means 5 and there are 5 sides and 5 angles. All right, let's answer the questions and then maybe we can find a picture of a pentagon. A pentagon is a building in Washington, D.C., and it has 5 sides and 5 angles. We'll have to look it up. Let's look at number 3. What do you notice about the number of sides and the number of angles in each shape? What do you guys notice? Take a look. What do you guys notice about the sides and angles? We have 3 sides, 3 angles, 4 sides, 4 angles, 5 sides, 5 angles. I notice that the number of sides and the number of angles is the same. So I'm going to write that. Each shape has the Miss Duncan's writing with her finger. Same number of sides. Sides and angles. All right. Now let's look at number 4. What is another name for shape B? Explain. All right, shape B is a rectangle. Do you guys remember from yesterday what that shape can be called? Yesterday we talked about shapes with 4 sides and 4 angles. It's a big, long word. Does anybody remember? Shapes with 4 sides and 4 angles are not always rectangles because they might be shorter or they might not always have the same number or the same length of sides. Because on a rectangle, 2 sides are the same and the other 2 are the same, but not all 4. So the shape that has 4 sides and 4 angles the same is a quadrilateral. 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 That means it has 4 sides and 4 angles. To explain, we are going to put quadrilateral because it has 4 sides and 4 angles. All right, let's go down to the try it on number 5. Try another problem. Draw 3 shapes. One has 3 angles, one has 4 angles, one has 5 sides. Make the shapes different from those in the draw it. So on this part, your drawings do not need to be exact, but you should try to make the sides as straight as possible. Okay? So I'm going to draw, first I'm going to draw the shape with 4 angles. No, I'm sorry, with 3 angles. Let's go in order. So it can't look like the shape on page 250. That's an upside down triangle. So I'm going to make it a triangle still, but it's going to look like this. This is my triangle. Let's make sure that it has 3 angles. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now let's draw a shape with 4 angles. I'm going to make it look a little bit different than that rectangle. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count the number of angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. And for my last shape, we're going to draw something with 5 sides. Now yours don't need to be looking like mine, but you need to make sure that they have the same number of angles or sides. Okay, so for this one, let's see. I'm going to 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count the number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, guys, I hope you have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.